Yeah, all,
And then
all
Chris,
day.
all day, every day. Chris, I think I might want to because I created a lead app, a lead generation, a lead generator type app. But I guess I kind of want to show you here probably at some point. So I probably need to set up some time and just kind of see, am I thinking about it right? I didn't go through like Replit or Cursor or anything like that. I used the Canva AI, and then I went to ChatGPT 5 and just asked it to help me code. And so I created like a proxy server in GitHub, used code spaces. I'm using Render for the proxy server. Using right now, I'm at the stage where I'm creating an account with H captcha just to make sure that chatbots don't like go to my web app and just go absolutely nuts.
Right.
But I wanted to show it because I'm thinking I
Are you,
probably created a long version of
are
a.
you are you right? Are you running it for yourself, or are you trying to sell it?
I'm not going to sell it. I'm going to use it as a lead generator. So where if people want to learn a little bit more about AI, they can put in some information into this into my app, and then it'll spit out a preliminary report, and then I would use that report to consult with them and say, okay, so this is what I offer. And then plus it also helps me gather information so that I can start gathering data to
Yeah.
make inferences on it as well.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll take a look at it. Glad to.
Okay.
I'm developing two. I've developed one right now. I showed Emil one yesterday, or sent it to him, and he took a look at it and sent me back the big eye thing, right? The big eye emoji. Um, to counsel it's an app, not a studio. It's an app that we can use for parents to be able to give them access to uh, if you will, AI cultivated tutors to be able to help them be able to help their kids with their homework, right? So I built that one, and then now I'm building one that will take a content type. There's a tool out there called H5P,
Okay.
and do you know it, Sheena?
No, no.
No. So it's a content type generator. So if you know what HTML5 is, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the current HTML that
The
standards
newest
that
version.
are. Sorry?
Oh no, newest version of HTML.
HTML5.
HTML5. Okay.
Yeah. And so what it does is you can go in and you can create a video. So you say you got a video on the web, right?
Mhm.
You can go in and click and add it to this HTML5 content type, and then go in, and as the video is playing, it will pop up. Like if it comes to, say you want to stop it right here and ask a question of the students, you just mark it in the video, put your question in, and it will stop. It will do pop-ups. For example, if you've got, like, say you're going along and you've got artificial intelligence,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you're doing one on artificial intelligence, and the term machine learning pops into the conversation, or pops into the video. You can pop a thing up there that says machine learning. If they don't know what it is, they can click it, and it'll stop the video, and they get a caption of what it is. So they can learn. So instead of just being a video that goes blah, 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 H5P gives you the ability that you can do stuff with it, right? You can make it more interactive. You can add quizzes
Ah.
to it. You can have summary questions. There's a whole litany of stuff. And so I'm building a mobile app that you can encapsulate H5P in. And what that does is it gives you a very simple shell of an app, but yet it still relies on a server to get the information. So you only have to change it back on the server. I don't have to redistribute the app, right? So if I find something's wrong, I change it on the back end. The
Okay.
app, because it goes and gets the information and pulls it back, doesn't have to
Mm-hmm.
change. And so you can do things. I can do things like I can create a map, right? Where they go through, and say a kid or an adult goes through well, let's say, what is it? Covered bridges in Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mhm.
So I could have a map have a map that's got all the covered bridges, and each covered bridge you go through it, you can click on something and you do something, and then you go on to the next one, right? So you could think about it like asking a quiz, watching a video, whatever, right? So there's all these
Hmm.
things you can do with it. You can create an accordion inside of it, like the accordion that you click on to get the video, the
Like a
links to the
toggle
videos.
list,
Huh?
like a is an accordion like a toggle list where you click it and it closes up, and then you click it and then it
Yep.
opens down. Okay.
Yeah. Each individual thing opens up, right? So
Okay.
you can do that. You can do video recordings. There's a 360-degree viewer. You can create a 360-degree game, right? So like think about being in a spaceship and you got this and that and the other. So you can create those kind of things for kids. So I'm looking at that app as being a way where I can deliver all the content for a given course, right? And it will handle all the interaction and the quizzes and all that stuff without overly complicating my programming app. So,
Mm.
so
And
I'm
H,
working on I'm
go
working
ahead,
on
Chris.
that right now.
Jasheen.
Do what?
No, I was giving Chris kudos.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, kudos. Because I have
The
a question. So
idea,
the H5P, is that like so is it more like a developer tool as opposed to a finished product? So it's a finished product.
go
Oh,
to h5p.org.
okay. Okay. Very cool.
Look, I'm over here taking notes. Like,
Because I didn't realize, like, oh my gosh, like there are so many, like there are so many tools in developing. I
Yeah.
just did not realize
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now now I would tell you also all the work you're going through to build your app. If
Mm-hmm.
you did it through Replit, you're literally sitting there saying the create course button doesn't work, and it does it for you, right?
Yeah,
You
it
don't have to
fixes
go
it for
figure it out.
you.
And what I like about it too is that I'm using TypeScript and using GitHub. So
Okay.
it's all on GitHub, it's all backed up, it's all in my repository, and I can pull and it'll pull it down for me so I can use it. You can deploy it, you can buy name, you don't have to host it yourself. You can deploy it, you can you can assign a domain name to it. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
if you got
So what are you
different
using
domain
it
names.
to host? Because like currently I'm hosting on Render, but I'm just a little afraid because I'm not sure what the computational cost could be or what it would take to push that. I think I did some research even on ChatGPT 5. So I've been looking into like what Hostinger.
Mhm.
Where are you like putting yours? And I've heard about Netlify, but I feel like would I have to even change up the whole app
You
to
can
put
go
that
in.
into something else?
No, you just deploy it someplace different, right?
Deploy it somewhere different. Okay, I'm going to use
Yeah.
those words.
So when it was shut, the dog died. So there's a dog in
And I'm
here.
sorry, we have like 3 minutes left. Is there anything that we probably need to talk about real quick? Are you
Yeah,
going
I
to have
was
the
gonna
slides,
say,
Chris?
what are you guys doing? You about ready to eat?
Yeah, you got. I know we're talking about building apps and stuff. Like, so I'm sorry,
They-
but
I'm
I'm
just
looking at the
gonna hang
time.
out for a
How
little
are you
while to
doing, Joy?
support. Yeah, I just can't. I'm just gonna hang out for a little while to support you guys since you
No,
were
we
Thank you.
on the
appreciate
one
it.
that I did. Okay.
So, Chris, I was thinking that you have the slides to share because or Jashina, you want to share the slides? I guess because I didn't fix it to what do you
It's
call
good.
it? The
It's good.
Google
I'll
you
get it.
okay.
Yeah,
And then
Chris has it.
and then we'll also need to have access to be able to share our screens as well. So I guess to make sure that that's available as well.
You
So
guys just have so many demands.
Oh,
Sorry.
Chris, you
we're
haven't
only
seen.
going 4 slides in, right, Tracy? And then I'm sharing my screen. Let's make sure I got that part.
Yeah. So honestly, what I was thinking, yeah, you would just because we're probably not really going to even share the presentation unless because I was going to give that first part to you, or
I got
are
it.
you? So you're okay with just speaking for that whole part? Okay.
So
And then
Chris,
okay.
we're going 4 slides in, and then I'm going to share my screen.
Huh?
Good morning or good
Good
afternoon.
morning
Why?
or good
I don't even know
afternoon.
why Shasheen, I don't even know why you're going 4 slides in.
Okay.
I don't know. Let me kick it off. I'll kick it to you and
Okay.
and then I'll share the slide. We'll share the slides with everybody after the class.
All right.
Yeah, because I'm probably not even going to use slides for my at all.
Okay.
I mean, I'm
All
going
right.
to use it in the background.
Well, then let's make sure I can share. Oh, look, it's right there. Okay, cool.
Let me make, who wants to be the co-host?
Tracy.
Oh, okay. I mean, I just always raise my hand. Sometimes I don't know but sometimes I just raise my hand saying, I'm ready, I'm willing. What we need to do.
Okay, you're the co-host, Tracy.
Okay.
Stop.
What else do I need to post?
Good morning.
Good morning. Good
Good
afternoon
morning.
from
Well, good
Liberia.
afternoon.
Good afternoon from Liberia.
Good afternoon.
Bobby, you're beautiful.
I'm reminded of the Truman Show. You ever see the Truman Show?
I mean, I've heard of it.
It's a Jim Carrey where he's basically a kid who he's born and he lives inside of a dome. And the whole thing is it's a TV show watching him grow up. And they create a fake city and everything. And he says good morning, good afternoon, and good night. All in one. So when we were doing all that, it was do what, Jashina? You're on mute.
Nope, I didn't say anything.
Is it money on office?
Okay. Is Laura here? I got her note taker made an appearance. While we're waiting, I told you guys about the story about me showing up for one of the I showed up for one of our office hours, and it was me and 12 note takers. I was like, holy cow, what have we come to? Right. Eventually, I think Joy Mason joined, if I remember correctly, but yeah, it was pretty interesting. Hold on. Here you go, Eleanor. There you go. Come on. We'll see mommy. Klein. Good morning, Shanika.
Good
Good
morning.
morning. Good afternoon.
Yes.
Give everybody a couple more minutes, and then we'll get started.
All right. Hey, Tracy. Hey, Joy.
Hey, Shanika. Hello.
Hey,
Tina.
Shanika.
You know, usually you join webinars and it's like, we're going to go ahead and give a few more minutes to the attendees to arrive. If you have any questions, just put them in the chat. But in the meantime, we'll just continue waiting. All right. Thank you.
You have a very radio voice there.
She
You know that?
does. She does. Look, for my online classes, we have a theme song. So I just play Computer Love. Give everybody a chance to get in. That's about 5 minutes long. And then we just
I
I
thought
love that
I
idea,
think I
Jashina.
remember that.
I do love that. That's nice. Especially with you playing Computer Love. That makes it even funnier.
Yeah, well, my demographic is mostly, people who would appreciate that song. And so, like, okay. And one of the younger people in the class was like, hey, can we just create a song? And all the older people were like, absolutely not. Computer Love is the song.
Sheena,
Hey,
when you told me that idea, I loved it. I did it once for one class.
Were they
That was
jamming?
creative. Yeah.
See, and I haven't copied it yet. I know, right? I was just thinking like, gosh darn, I remember you told us that months ago. And yeah, have not tried it yet.
It's working for me. Chris, we got to get you in a Computer Love rotation.
Yeah. I think I
I'm-
might tuck that too.
My knowledge of contemporary music is not what it should be. I don't know that I've ever even heard this song.
We'll play it for you on one of our other calls.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go play it after. I'll play it after class, right?
Okay.
It's very similar to that conversation we had in WhatsApp, right? About who was it? I don't even remember the name of the artist.
Fat Joe.
Fat Joe. Lean back.
Fat Joe, and then what was the other one? Lil Wayne. Who I know who Lil Wayne is, but I don't know who Fat Joe is. I did listen to that video though that Daryl sent me. Okay, enough about my music or lack of understanding of music this morning. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our final class session, where we're going to be talking today about how you take prompting to another level by focusing on audiences. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do that, and we're going to take a different approach today, a little bit different approach. And that is, let me get to participants. So what we're going to do today is we're going to make sure that we go through and we provide more hands-on than we've ever performed before. So they're gonna follow the slides. We're gonna send those to you. But Tracy and Jashina are gonna go through and they're gonna walk us through how they go about defining their prompts for different audiences and what the impact of that is. I met these two young ladies when we started our AI, Who's Your AI 1000 class. They're both very entertaining and engaging. And so I'm going to turn it over to them and quit talking because I'm sure you're tired of listening to me talk. So I'm going to turn it over to them. I'm going to turn it over to Jashina, and it's all yours.
Awesome. Well, good afternoon, everyone in Liberia. Good morning, everyone in Indiana, and all points in between. I'm Jashina Shelton. I am a certified grief coach with Jashina Shelton Enterprises. We provide grief support, life management skills, and just human-centered support services for individuals and corporations. I am excited to be here with you all today. I know that Tracy and I have worked behind the scenes, and we are really wanting to add to your AI tool belt. I have been in this field, the AI field, since, March. Thanks to Chris and Power AI for this opportunity. However, I've been presenting and talking and speaking for over 20 years, and I am excited about what we're going to share today. I personally use AI every day now. My favorite tool is from Google. It is Notebook LM. If you are ever wanting to research anything, I run all my research through Notebook LM, and that provides me with study guides, mind maps, research, and it goes and finds the information for me. And even sometimes when I want to read a new book, I just don't have the time because I am also a wife and a mother and a minister, among the other hats that I have on. I will run the new book through Notebook LM, and it gives me a complete summary, an audio overview, and now a video deep dive, all in about 20 minutes. So the whole 300-page book is now condensed down. I'm like, oh, okay, I get the key points, and I keep it moving. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Tracy?
Thank you so much for that, Shishina. That's super cool to learn how you've been using AI. Hi, my name is Tracy Justice. I'm the CEO and founder of Be Bold, Be You. My background is in HR, government affairs to be specific. I look at policies through the lens of workplace culture and how legislation shapes that. And also if I need to, participate at the IGA, which is the Indiana General Assembly, provide comments on that as well. Now we know in the workplace industry, AI is really disrupting the space. So I like to get involved in that and learn a little bit more about that. Now, I realized a few years ago that I am passionate about getting involved legislatively, but what has impacted me is that it's a lot of work. I'm not a lawyer. I did not go to school to learn law. However, I'm very passionate about getting people involved in the community to get involved in elections and voting. But what I've been able to do with AI is that AI has helped me understand how to structure my business. And so now I'm rebranding what I'm doing based upon, what AI is able to help me do. I'm able to build, when I think about, and I started AI maybe about 2023, but I was just using it very superficial. I was just asking questions and then I would get a response and I would leave it there. But after being a part of this class, I started creating custom GPTs to help me with specific work requests as part of my business. So instead of looking for somebody to do certain jobs for me, I'm able to create the custom GPT to do those different work requests for me. So I've also worked with APIs, JSON files. I was telling Chris earlier that I created a lead gen app where I want him to help me look over it. But I learned coding through ChatGPT-5. And I mean, I'm just really impressed at what it can do. But what I've realized is that the limitations that we have on what AI can create for us really resides in our own imagination. It's about stepping outside of what we know and pushing creativity to the max, right? Because AI commands a lot of creativity out of you, because we know that AI is just a tool. It's just going to create what it's just going to create, but really the creator, the creative person is truly you. And so what you'll realize is that even after today's session, you're still going to need some learning, right? You're still going to be practicing. You're still going to be asking questions. But just know that your learning doesn't stop after this class. So in session 1, just a quick recap. In session 1, you learned about AI basics, right? Then you moved on to learning about LLMs, learning language models. In session 3, you learned about the basics of prompt engineering. You were starting to understand how to prompt the system to get what you're looking for. In session 4, you learned about ethics. In session 5, you learned about how to use creativity in prompts. And today, we're going to teach you how to adapt those prompts to your audience, to their prior knowledge, and to their cultural context. So we're really excited to get things started. So I'm going to go ahead and kick it off back to Jashina.
No, that was a great overview. As we move forward, we want to make sure you guys have the opportunity to continue to speak with us. So feel free to unmute yourself as we go along. Feel free to use all your reactions and feel free to use your chat. There's 3 of us here in an admin role or in a facilitation role. So between Chris, Tracy, and I, we should be able to respond to your chat messages. We should also be able to use our thumbs up and thumbs down and interject as needed. But this is your class and you're going to get something from it. And when you participate, that helps us to keep it moving to make sure we're all tracking the same. Okay?
Jashina,
Yes.
we also have a number of our teammates here. Shanika's here, Joy Watson, Joy Mason is here, etc. Latanja's here.
Come
So,
on now. Hey, y'all. So yeah, so we bought backup today just to make sure we can support all of you all in this opportunity to add to your AI tool belts. Tracy, I'm going to share my screen if that's okay. All right. So you all, if you can see my screen, let's start this way. Can I get a thumbs up reaction? As you can see, this is our InnoPower AI tool. This is a tool that we've all been given access to. And when you guys log in, this is what you see. And so we're going to actually go through with the theme of adapting prompts, right? So Tracy and I did a run through yesterday, so we don't have to do this in real time. We have some stuff already prepared. When you first log in, you get to pick like, hey, which LLM model should I use, right? Because maybe you do not have the time to just go through. But here's the thing. When you decide which LLM to use, it will definitely help you because now you're going from a place of, there we go, from not just, oh, I'm guessing, to now you actually know which one will best support you. So for this morning, we're going to start off with the OpenAI GPT-5, which it says right here is the smartest. We came out with a very simple prompt. We didn't use a framework. We didn't use a clear framework. The prompt we use, it says describe AI. Now remember, this one says it's the smartest model. The model has already realized just from 2 words, that's all our prompt was, the prompt has already realized that we're probably a beginner. And so it broke it down in the most simplest way possible. It gave us 4 key points to remember. So if we're just doing basic research or we just need to know something really quick, this gave us that quick answer. Key points about AI, boom. AI systems are designed to mimic human cognitive functions. That means we are now in partnership with the artificial intelligence. It is copying or it is feeding off of us. It is learning from us. It is trying to replicate what it is we do as humans. Key point number 2, they can be rule-based or use machine learning where they can learn patterns from data. You know this because we've already talked about this, right? So far, so good. It looks like it is a pretty smart model. But wait, what if it gave us something we didn't understand? So then my next prompt was, hey, I'm confused. Please explain it to me as if I were 12 years old with examples. So if the simple breakdown wasn't enough, it can go even further. So here are some examples. One, video games. It's talking about video games because a lot of our kids over here use video games around 12 years old, and that makes it relatable to them. Then it says voice helpers. When you ask Alexa, Siri, or Google to play your favorite song or tell you the weather, they use AI to understand your voice and answer. So do you see how the answer changed? Like this is an adult response, and then this is catered towards the 12-year-olds. I have more questions. So my next part of the conversation, I said, oh, I have to explain AI to my peers who are college freshmen. Help me craft a response that's relatable to them. So now I added more context, right? Like, oh, okay. And AI is very willing to help us and to support us, and it wants to please us because, again, it's trying to mimic us. And so now, we've left the bullet points behind and we're getting more detailed responses. It's not calling it AI, it's saying artificial intelligence is essentially about creating computer systems that can perform tasks which normally require human intelligence. Think of AI as software that can learn from data, recognize patterns, make decisions, even improve over time, kind of how we learn from experience. Look at this. The answers are getting more detailed. It's making it more relatable to where we think a college freshman's learning level should be. It goes down, now it's talking about narrow AI in our third paragraph. AI ranges from narrow AI, which is designed for specific tasks like voice recognition or playing chess, to the idea of general AI, which will perform any intellectual task a human can. Uh-oh, AI. While general AI is still theoretical, narrow AI is already embedded in many technologies we use. And we know this because we're using it now. So now it's asking me questions. It's saying, hey, would you like help explaining how AI learns or ethical considerations involved? We don't need that because Joy Mason taught us about the ethical considerations earlier. I want to say it was last Thursday. She did a wonderful job of that. I went back and tweaked some stuff in my own company. So it asked me a question. I gave it a very simple response. Yes. Great. See, again, it's willing to please me. It's agreeing with me. And then it helps. Then it said, hey, which way do you want to go with this? I was like, I don't want to go any way that you decided. I want to go here because, again, I have a path that I'm going on as the prompt engineer, as the master AI trainer, as the person who wants the answer from AI. I'm not taking this path because it could take me down a rabbit hole. I am pointing it in the direction I want to go. It's like, I also want to do a presentation on this. So now, again, it is agreeing with me. Excellent. So if you're having a low self-esteem day, AI can definitely boost you. Like, oh my gosh, you're the greatest. Thanks, appreciate that. So here it says excellent. And then now it's asking me the stuff it needs so it can make the best presentation for my audience. After I answered those three questions, because it asked me the specific field or major your college peers are in so they can tailor the content appropriately. How long do we have for the presentation? What tools do I want to use for the presentation? PowerPoint, Google Slides, Keynote. So I answered the questions real quick. My peers are fine art majors. We only have 15 minutes, and let's make it for Google Slides. So now we've added context to the original thing, because remember, we just wanted to know what AI was. But when we gave it more context and we're engaging more in the conversation, now it's helping us fine tune where we're going to go next. It thanks us for the details. It acknowledges what we've said. Just like any basic human conversation, when someone repeats back to you what you said, that means, oh, there is a level of understanding here, right? And so now it's giving me a title, AI explanation for fine art majors. It breaks it down, and then it gives me the suggested 15-minute presentation outline for Google Slides. Boom, slide one can be this, slide two can be this. And it breaks it down in such a way that it's still addressing the audience, which are my college peers. It's addressing them towards their major, they're fine arts majors. So it says focus on AI as computer creativity and learning. AI generated paintings or music, because again, it's pointing it towards the audience. Oh my gosh, it's giving us 9 different slide theories. Hang on, Mateo. So it's giving us 9 different slides that we could possibly use. So now it says, if you like, I can help create the actual slide content or speaker notes. Would you like me to do that? So this is the part where I need you guys to tell me. Does anyone care, like, which way should we go? Should we ask it to create slides or should we focus on speaker notes? And anyone can unmute, Indy or Liberia. Okay, we're gonna go with speaker notes.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too. I was just going to say speaker notes as well.
See, I knew that you were gonna say that, right?
Thank you.
So it's thinking like, what are my thinking points or what are the talking points it's gonna hit on? And it's still thinking, and that's fine. But now, oh, it has split the screen. It has gone slide by slide, and it has given us the speaker notes. So as each slide is going, we now have the talking points. So it gave us the slides again, and it gave us the speaker notes to use per slide. So of course, we're going to start with an introduction. And this is exactly how I would set up a presentation. I would definitely greet the audience like we did today. I would definitely introduce myself because I want to make myself relatable and make sure that my audience understands who is before them, and then state the presentation title and what you will cover. Just like we did today, it's taking us on the exact same journey. Now it gives me the opportunity to save this information to my actual computer. I can save it as a PDF or a document. I'm just going to save it as a PDF. Oh, look at that. If I needed to. But do you see? Yeah. Do you see how this could be a useful tool? We don't have, sometimes we get performance anxiety when using AI, and we want to make these big complex prompts. But for some things, we can keep it really simple. And sometimes simple wins the day. We also decided to take the exact same question into some of these other LLMs and see what type of responses we can get. For time's sake, I will not go through all of them, but I will show you. I've never used Grok outside of InnoPower AI, and I was very excited to try it. I asked Grok the exact same question, the exact same opening question. Describe AI. And Grok gave me a very detailed explanation. I love it. So Grok started off AI or artificial intelligence because there are other things that AI could stand for. But just to make sure we were staying on topic, it broke it down from the beginning. Then it broke down our key components, the things that we've pretty much already covered in this class during our time together. It broke down the types of AI, narrow, general, super intelligent. It broke it down again. It says, how does it work? It gave us applications, the benefits, the challenges, all in context in prompt engineering. Look at this. So if you're looking for a more detailed response, like, okay, I really need some research to back what I'm about to present, it looks like Grok giving us this detailed explanation went way deeper than OpenAI. And that's the benefit of having InnoPower AI that has the LLMs here for us to try out and see which one will give us the best tool or the best answer, the best responses to our prompts. Let's see what Claude says. Again, started off with the same simple prompt, describe AI. And so it made almost a whole presentation in and of itself with just that one. We're starting off with understanding artificial intelligence, what it is, here are the core components. And you see they all have the same answer. They're just framing it differently because you have different learners. or people learn differently. So if you have people who like bullet points, just get to the point. It gives us that bullet point. Whereas Brock was willing to break it down and give us more of the explanation and paint the picture. I think also the first one with chat, when I said, was there a question?
There's a question.
Yes.
There's one in the chat, but I'm not sure if Techno CL6K wants to talk. Or no more. Titus also was off mute. Did you want to speak? Did you have a question, Titus? Okay, maybe not. And then, okay, so then there's one in the chat. The chat is the AI ethics and copyright worksheet supposed to be an assignment submitted as a group work or individual work? Okay, so this is probably a question about homework, Chris?
Yep, I responded.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll just respond to those as they come up. You don't need to stop.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. See, that's a tag team. All right. So where are we? We're in Claude. Okay. So Claude says the future of AI. AI continues evolving rapidly with ongoing research, blah, blah. And so depending upon what it is you're needing as the presenter, as the student, as the professor, you have different LLM models that will give you different responses so that you can adapt your prompt to the audience and to your teaching style. So if you're a teacher who wants to do presentations, or if you're leading a class discussion and you think they'll grasp the point better with images or with key points, you can now enter your information into whatever LLM best suits you and your style, and then adapt it for the audience that you're going to be presenting to. So in context of InnoPower AI and which LLM model should you use, do you all have any questions thus far? We've got options. That's exciting.
I'll say something. I have not, I have read about that, about the different models. I think it's fascinating that you did that. It's really, it really brings home the point of, you looking at your models and being able to use them for what they're good at, right? And yeah, it's easy to pick one and just stick with that. But as you get more proficient, that really helps. And I appreciate the fact that you went through that. Does anybody use any other models? Would be the question I would ask.
Oh, yeah.
It's okay. You can take yourself off mute.
What is the preferred model to use?
Oh, that's a big question. So for me, I don't use any of these models for my business. For business use, I use Microsoft's Copilot, and I do use Claude, and I use Claude. Claude has been very good as far as my research goes, but for my general business day to day, like if I'm marketing, if I need podcasts, for setting up those things for my business, Microsoft Copilot has been my go-to. What about you, Tracy?
I love ChatGPT 5. I feel like, I've trained it to speak in my voice. So it knows how I think about things. It knows how my style preference in speaking and presenting. But then when I'm trying to do research, I go to Perplexity. I use Perplexity AI for research because it gives you all those sites and the sources. So I'll run things through Perplexity, and there for the project I have today, we're not going to use Perplexity, but we'll use Claude. Claude does pretty much the same thing for me. So I use Claude to help me with editing my writing. I like how Claude edits, and I like how it spits out exactly what it did. And so I appreciate that too. So I can learn from the corrections that it's made. So I like to use Claude for that. I might use Gemini for something smaller. I'm trying to use it more for videos and creating images. But that's a great question that Olu asked. Which model? Honestly, I think it takes playing around with each model and then get, you know, testing it. Maybe you test one prompt and you use Claude, you use ChatGPT-5, you use Grok, use all of them, and then just see which one creates the output closely to what you're looking for. That's how I use it to help me. You know, anybody else? I see Mrs. George, you came on. Did you want to share what you're using? Oh, Abraham. Okay, Abraham has a question.
No, I want to contribute.
Okay.
Yeah.
I normally use deep DeepSeek. I use
Yeah.
DeepSeek, but normally when I want to work around research, I use Perplexity AI. Then quite recently, I started using OpenChatGPT. I started using it, but and I've also made use of Grok. And what I realized is that for specific tasks, they function differently. So if, for instance, I'm dealing with something that have to do with academic research and I want better citation, I would rather be comfortable using Perplexity AI than using Grok. But if I wanted to be more creative, I'll prefer to use Grok than using Perplexity AI. And if I wanted a detailed work to be done for me, I'll prefer using Gemini, Google Gemini, than using the others. So that is what I have realized.
Oh, thank you for sharing.
Yes, I love that, Abraham, because it really, how long have you been using AI models, if you don't mind me asking?
For about 8 months now.
That is awesome. I mean, for you to really gain all of that research already, I think that's awesome, because I have not used Grok or DeepSeek, so I probably should look into those things as well. In the comments, we have Manus. Let's see, what time are we at? Jashina, is it okay if we kind of ask Latanya to talk about Manus?
Okay.
Are you speaking, Latanya?
Yeah.
Oh, I think we might have some audio issues because we can't hear you. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we can't hear you. So maybe if you don't mind sharing the message in the chat, I'd love to learn about the scholarly research. Maybe you all might find that helpful as well. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, we have a question. Are we? Oh, okay. I think
That's a question. Well, Tracy, I think that was where we segue right into where you wanted to take it on adapting prompts.
Okay. Well, you know what kind of being a little fluid here. So you all remember on our class Tuesday, Ms. Shanika Abram had you all working on your on your Liberian proverbs and creating that post. If you all remember that exercise, can you just show me like a thumbs up so that I know that we're all on the same page? Do you all recall that exercise on Tuesday? I don't see any thumbs ups yet, so I'll just be waiting.
I missed Tuesday. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, that's okay. I just want to see. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, super cool. Okay, so then what I wanted to do before we get into the next project then, before I talk about the adapting prompts, I want them to take that same prompt that you created, because you didn't really specify the audience, right? You didn't specify that you wanted to create this post. Maybe it's not going to be a post. Maybe it's going to be a message to a 5th grader. How would that change your proverbs, right? And that's and I want you to look at that. So if you still have it, who does not have that exercise that you did on Tuesday? Because if you don't, then maybe we can look for a proverb for you. But what I want you to do is take that same proverb and then say, I want this to be. Okay, good. Everybody has it. Okay, great. So what I'm thinking, Jashina, let's do breakout rooms just so that they can get a sense of, adapting those prompts to a 5th grader, or maybe to a 3rd grader, even to a kindergartner. And then so we can see, how did your prompt that you created on Tuesday change when you change the audience that you're writing this prompt for. Now,
And
I know, Chris, go ahead.
Yeah, I think we also mentioned we're going to make it like maybe towards a senior in the community.
Or you can do a senior in the community as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, Chris, how does the breakout room thing go? Because I guess we didn't touch that real quick. How do we do that real quick? Do I just press out the breakout room? Does it need to be?
No, do you have breakout rooms in your tool?
Yeah, I see it. So how many rooms have you been doing it for the past? Has it been just 4 rooms?
I would do 4 or 5 rooms.
4 or 5 rooms.
Yeah,
Okay,
because
so
you'll have some people that won't make the transition. Some of us are staying back. So
okay, so are there any questions before you go out into the breakout rooms? Do you need better instructions?
Yeah, can you say it one more time just to make sure?
Yes, sure. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the proverbs that we worked on Tuesday, and we're going to take those same proverb, the same post that you were creating, the same prompt that you had created for that post. What I want you to do is now add an audience. This is going to be for 3rd graders. This is for 5th graders. This is for seniors in the community. You're going to choose an audience, and then I want you to come back and share how did your prompt change? You know, look at what it looked like originally on Tuesday, and then when you added the audience, how did it change? Right? Because being able to pay attention to those nuances helps you with prompt engineering. Any questions before I break you guys out? And I know some people are going to stay back, and that's okay. No questions? Okay. Now remember, because as part of your education and your learning, it's a collaborative effort, okay? It's a both me and you, right? It's us. That means, you know, we're going to tell you what we know, but you command what you want to learn by asking questions, okay? That's how you command what you want to learn. So if you have no questions, that means you know exactly what we're going to do. Okay, we're going to move ahead then. Okay, pushing you out into the breakout rooms.
Yes, I'm not having assigned in a room.
It's not showing you that you're assigned to a room?
No.
Why is it not doing? Let's see, move to, okay, I'm going to put you in room 5.
hey, it's me.
Yeah.
Sometimes people bounce and come back, and so you have to watch the unassigned and just make sure they're assigned. Now, if they
Yeah,
don't
because
go, do you have the breakout rooms in progress?
yes, because I think Freeman said that it's not. Oh, okay. Okay.
I moved him. I assigned him, so he go.
How did you do that? Okay, maybe I thought I did it, but I didn't know how to do it. So thank you for that. How did you do that real quick?
Do you see on your screen it says breakout rooms in progress?
Yes.
Okay. So what you do is you just mouse over that person. Like right now, I'm moused over Tracy Justice. And you see it should say assign to assign room. And then when you click that, it'll pop up a room and you just pick one.
It just says move to. And then I clicked on the move to. But interesting. It's when I hover over it. Interesting. Okay.
I can share my screen and show you.
Yes, please, if you don't mind, because you know what? I've never used um, Zoom, like, breakout rooms. I'm not always or it's been a long time.
Do you see my screen?
Yes, I see your OBS.
Okay, so you just click here. Do you see the Zoom screen
No,
in
I
front?
don't see just your OBS.
I clicked on the wrong thing then. Stop share. And let me share the whole screen. Well, it may be because it's Zoom too. Let me see here.
Oh, yeah, it probably, so you won't show your settings or something.
Maybe. What do you see now?
OBS.
You still don't, you don't see breakout room?
No, I just see you, a W.
A
Well,
W.
two of you.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's not showing up on the thing, but you just you just basically go to unassigned. You mouse over it and say assigned to if there's anybody there. You may not see you. Do you see me in there?
No, I don't see you.
Okay. That's
So
because I'm
maybe
the
that's
host.
why. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So then that makes sense. Okay, but that's good, and that's helpful for me to know, because I guess I hadn't really used breakout rooms in a long
Yeah.
time, I guess, because I've used it before, but oh, what time was it? I didn't pay attention to
You're at
that.
10:41.
Because it was like 10:30. Okay, so by you think 10:45, 10:50?
I'd go 10:50. You guys
Okay.
you seem like you're flying through it.
I know. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Well, this one, they're really gonna fly through this one, I
Well,
think, hopefully.
give them, if you give them time, they'll stay in their rooms and chat for a little bit, and that's all right.
Yeah, because I felt like the other day when we were trying to go through it, we didn't have quite enough time. And I think that's why on Tuesday, people were wanting to share their pictures and their images because they didn't quite get to like finish it within the
Yeah.
10 minutes. But that's good. That's good to know. Like, the exercise was engaging enough to really jump into it. Let's see. So I wonder if I should like go into a room. Let's see which room and kind of visit. Oh, okay. So this one only has 3 people. Okay, I'm going to visit a room, and then so if I click join, and then how do I get back out, or no? Or I can't do that. Oh, room 5. Well, Latanya's in there, so that's good.
Down on the bottom. So when you go,
Oh, Jashina said they're really engaging with each other.
oh, good.
That's super cool. That's cool, because they were excited with that activity. So, okay.
Yeah.
That's super cool. Yeah. So if I were to go into a room, and then if like, how like you kind of go into rooms and then kind of go around, how can I do that? Would I be able to do that, or do I need pretty much your access?
I think you can do that. I think you can leave and come back.
Okay. So I'm going to join a room.
Just here, wait a minute. Let me just make you host, and then you can go bounce around and do what you need to do.
Okay.
And then I'll just hang here.
Okay. Super cool.
Okay. You should be able to bounce around. I won't be able to, I'm not going to be able to go to room, and you'll should have a message to reassign me, but I'll just stay right here. Are you good? Hello? Am I the only one here? I must be the only one here now. Tracy. Well, you made it back.
It took like my Zoom was crashing trying to go into the room. It took forever. But then when I got into the room, I'm not sure if they all kind of are working together because, nobody's on the screen. And I said, hello, hello. And so I thought, you know what, let me just come back so my Zoom doesn't crash. But it just kind of crashed. So, but no one was there in front of the screen. So there's that.
There is that.
Yeah.
Remember that thing it's going to be time here. I was going to say, I was
What?
going to show you what I'm working on, but we got time
with
for
the
that later. And it's recording.
H5P.
Huh?
Okay. Yeah. That's right. But yeah, because as soon as I got back in the room, I said recording. But it's cool. It's cool. I'm learning a lot though through this this whole vibe coding thing. But I did try to teach myself years ago Python and JavaScript and HTML a few years ago. And so I think ChatGPT is helping me remember some of those foundational things I was learning and then build upon it even more. So super cool.
The thing you have to be careful of is the security side of it and what you're storing. And I mean, you're going to have to make sure if you're going to build your apps, you got to make sure that your business insurance covers it.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to make sure that you got enough of it, right? Like, for example, our organization's got 2 million insurance, and that may not be enough if you're building your own apps, right? If you're building an app and putting it out there and you let somebody's personal information get out there, they could get you. So
That's right.
You need to make sure that just need to
There's
make
no
sure
PEI. No, I agree. I think that that's very, very valid. 10:50. Okay. I should probably start closing out the rooms, right? Oops, I should have sent out. How do I send a message?
Let me get my cursor over there. When you click on breakout rooms, you should see down at the bottom, close all rooms. If you click broadcast, you can send them a message, right? And it'll come up and ask you, do you want to do message or voice? And then when you then you can click close all rooms. If you click close all rooms, it will it'll give them 1 minute's notice.
Now, it's not giving me that option. It's only showing me to join a breakout room.
Oh, it must still be me. Okay. What do you want to say?
Wrap up 2 minutes or a minute because it's 10:51.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
I knew something weird was happening to the computer. Yeah. Because it was down there before.
Did you reboot it?
No, I didn't reboot it because I just didn't want it to where I just couldn't even log back on.
Please, Chris, can you put me in room 3, please? I got disconnected earlier.
You got or maybe it's acting weird. What room were you in? Because we're actually going to go back. We're coming back to the room. But what room were you in?
3. I've offered her to join.
Okay.
I've moved her, given her the option to move.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and tell them we're closing all rooms.
Mm-hmm.
What's it say at the bottom of breakout rooms? Does it say all breakout rooms will close in 46 seconds, 45 seconds?
No, I don't see anything.
Oh, okay.
It was popping up on top of the screen. right. Everybody's coming back. Everybody's coming back. Yeah. All right. I want you guys to share. I want to hear. Okay. No quiet stuff. No quiet stuff. And they're still coming back because I feel like maybe there's still more people out there. Hopefully, you guys have been having fun engineering the prompt, and I can't wait to hear all of what you've been learning. Oh, it's doing that, acting up. All right, everybody's coming in. All right, a lot of energy coming back in the room. That's what that means. Energy. Exciting energy. All right, is everybody back? How can I tell, Chris? Is everybody back?
I'm back.
All right, I heard somebody say I'm back. Okay.
Yeah, they're all back.
All right, so we're looking for sharing. All right. Okay, so Faye, you want to share? You want to share what you noticed with the prompt?
Group 3 can share already, but please allow.
Okay.
Whose phone is that?
Okay.
Allow me to share my screen. It's a host. It's not allowed. Whose phone is that? It doesn't go.
Oh, I'm sorry, Chris. She wants to share her screen.
We cannot share. I cannot share my screen. It says the host should. Yeah. Tell them the host. Yeah, they need to approve me sharing the screen, please.
I don't have a message.
That's it.
Yeah, I don't have a message of that.
Until now? No, but I need to do that one. You see? You need to ask to share. But I asked share, but it's not going also. Oh, how can we share our product? I don't know.
Try it now.
Yeah, okay, I'll try it again. It's still not coming. Still not working. Go ahead. It's not going.
So Chris, so only you can do it because I'm not seeing where I can change this. Add that.
I'm looking. Yeah, so I'm looking at multiple participants can share. All participants who can share, who can start sharing when someone else is sharing. All participants.
Okay.
I think I've gotten everything clicked. I'm not sure why they can't share.
Okay.
Hey, what are you seeing when you're trying to share? What are you seeing? What's coming up on your screen?
This is the. Okay, let me.
There we go.
Okay, Benson just shared. Okay.
Okay, it doesn't go.
So that is for me. I've been able to share. We're in group 4 and
well, what are two in that group?
Dr. Olu came up with a proverb.
Okay.
For a third grader, that is the interpretation. Fly was leaving before dog haircut. Dr. Olu, you can go ahead and explain your proverb.
Huh? So then I should go ahead and explain my proverb.
Yeah.
There were other people existing before you got on the scenes. There were other people existing before you got on the scenes.
Yeah.
There are other people who are more experienced than you. So can you read what he has here?
I can read for you what we got.
Okay.
It means that the fly was already alive before the dog had its ear cut. It teaches us that some people or things have been around longer and know more than others who come later. In Liberia, this saying helps us to understand that we should respect people who have more experience because they have been doing something for a longer time. For example, if you played a game for a long time and a new friend just started, you might say this proverb to show you know more about the game. So we were able to generate an image. Of course, it gave us a different image. Then we said, give us an image in an African context. And that's the image. You can see the dog, you can see the fly. So to a third grader, for me, I think this is a better interpretation compared to the previous one, if you're to have a general prompt.
And did you notice that? Okay, sorry, go ahead, Benson.
Yes, that's what we had. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing that. And the image is beautiful. What model did you use for the image?
That was GMT2025.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's super cool with the blurred effect and everything.
Yeah, but at first it gave us a cartoon. So we said, give us an image in an African context. So it came up with this one.
That's beautiful. And so, and what specifically did you notice with the change between the original prompt and what you got out from that versus what you created today? What would you say were the main differences you noticed?
When you look at, for me, when I look at this last statement, like this one, it's very easy for a third grader to understand. That's where the difference would come in.
Yeah, so it was applied to their knowledge level, a third grade knowledge level versus an adult's knowledge level of knowledge. Thank you so much. So we have time for one more share. Is there another share before we move on? Do I see anybody raising a hand? Anyone trying to share their screen? No, and Faye, you weren't able to do that? Am I frozen? No. Okay, or maybe, okay. They're frozen. Okay. Okay, so next thing that we're going to do now is I am going to share a link to an article. Well, not even an article. First, let me share it because I can't talk and do things at the same time. There's the chat. Okay. Okay, so in the chat, you will see a Google Doc, a link to a Google Doc, and everybody should have access to it. So I'm going to give you some time to go to the chat, open up that document, and then I'm going to talk about what we're going to do with the document. For the next part of the learning session today, Chris, you just came off mute. Is there something you wanted to say?
I just wanted to let you know I could get to the document.
You couldn't?
I can.
You can. Okay, yep. Good.
All's good.
Okay, super cool. Okay, so then for the second part, what we're going to do is, so Jashina just skillfully showed how you're able to adapt prompt looking at the complexity, right? Because she started with describe AI. And then after describe AI, she was able to go through and iterate until she got to the point where she created a presentation for a fine arts major to teach him AI for fine arts major. Right. So that was the process of tweaking. I think sometimes when people talk about AI, people are so excited to talk about how quick it is. But it's quick. It can help you get quick. But honestly, when you're first starting out with it, it does take a long time. Right. It takes a long time to really prompt, to really understand what it is that you want. See, the thing about AI is that it commands that from you. You can't just say, I don't know what I want to create, because if you don't know what you want to create and you put that in AI, AI is going to create something confusing. It's going to create something scattered all over the place, right? So it starts with you, the user. The creativity is within you, right? So in the work that I do, I'm always researching. I have to research and I have to teach myself on topics that I may not always know. And I use AI to be my teacher, to help me understand things. So in this article, what I'm going to also share it on the screen too. In this article, what I did is and I can't talk. Let me hurry up and just go to it now. Okay. Let's go to it. Okay, let me make it bigger. Okay. So what I do, so usually what I do with my first, let me make sure I'm sharing the screen. Let me just look.
Yep, you're sharing. You're good.
And I am okay because I was like, let me look at that green drop down. Okay, thank you. So usually when I start with prompting, I start with going to Google. I go to Google first and I Google the information. I start there because I just want to see what Google is going to compile for me. And so the question that I asked Google, just regular Google, but we know that Gemini will still give us some responses, right? The AI will give us responses, and that's what I love. So I'll start with the Google prompt and I'll say, what is the state of AI in Liberia? Now, what I did is I just copied the information that Google gave me and I went through it and I said, okay, this is what it's saying. But when I'm researching, I don't always know, right? Like I wouldn't be able to know if this is true, if there's some inconsistencies, if I need to check it. So one of the first things that I'm going to do in the PowerPoint slides, you'll see a section called active learning techniques, right? Active learning techniques. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this prompt here to help me understand, like, is this right? Is this valid? Because I don't live in Liberia. So I want to make sure that, you know, if I'm going to talk about AI in Liberia, I have good information. Okay, so actually I'm going to stop sharing this screen because I'm going to take it back to the InnoPower AI. So let me do that. Did I cancel it? Is it canceled? Okay, yes, good. Okay, good. So then let me pull up the AI. Okay, the InnoPower. Okay. Is that the InnoPower? Oh, no, there it is. Okay. All right. And then please remember, if there's questions you have, please interrupt because, you know, I'm sharing what I know. But if there's something that you need to know and you want to understand better, let me know, right? It's like an AI. You have to prompt me. You're going to have to prompt me if you want to know something specific, right? Okay. So so let's start. I'm going to start before I get into the prompt creator because we're going to continue showing you all the tools that you can use within the InnoPower AI Studio to really, to have fun. Okay, so what I'm going to do, did I copy paste that real quick? Yes, let's copy. And then I'm going to go back to InnoPower. And let me know, Joshina, if I start, you know, going off the screen, I'm not sharing what I said I was going to share.
We're looking at your InnoPower screen. Okay, good. And I'm going to make it just a tad bit bigger. And then I wonder, can I move this off to the side? Yes, I can. Good. Okay, so what I did, okay, the very first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to do collaborative. I'm going to use a collaborative sort of technique to help me, you know, refine this. Right now, this is just a rough draft, raw data that I pulled from Google. I pulled this information. So what I want to know is how accurate is this information? Right? Because I'm not going to just use it just like that. I want to know how accurate is this information? Provide me with an accuracy rating for each accuracy rating. I'm just going to leave it at that. And then what else did I say that I wanted to ask? I want to accuracy. We're going to leave it at that. Provide me with an accuracy rating. Cite sources. Yes. Cite sources so I can research them. Okay, so I'm using it as a collaborative tool to help me with my research. Okay, so let's see what is, and did I use the GMT2025? I hope I did use that model. You okay. Did. Yep. Okay. Thank you, Jashina, because, you know, sometimes I get so full of energy and I keep going. I get so excited. Okay, wow, it's producing a lot of information. Okay, all right, great. Okay, so let's get back up here and let's see what it said. Okay, so I was asking it to verify that raw data, and it said, thank you for sharing the overview of Liberia's AI journey. I can help assess the accuracy based on publicly available information as of my knowledge cutoff in June 2024. Right? Like, so these are things to really think about, right? So sometimes you're putting in information into the AI model and you might assume that it is 100% correct. And it is not. Why? Because look at the training cutoff date for this model was June 2024. So that means if there's anything that's happening today,
it didn't capture that information. So let's see. So, okay, so that's giving me insight. Okay, so it says, but note that some details you mentioned, National AI Challenge in August 2025, are in the future relative to my knowledge date and cannot be verified. Okay, so it can't verify this. Now, I did take it to Perplexity, and because like I said, Perplexity is that site. Let me see if I have that real quick, and then we're going to move on to the next part of this. But let me see if I have my have it pulled up already. Because if I do, then okay. Now, what can you see here?
Purple
Can
Google.
you see purple Google?
Yep.
Okay. So then, okay. So let me stop sharing, and then let me share the correct document, the correct page. Okay, there we go.
Tracy, while you're pulling that up, that was a very good point. You are collaborating Google's research with the AI. And it says in InnoPower that ChatGPT-5 is the smartest. And it's saying, hey, I'm smart, but I'm smart only up to June 2024.
That's
That
a
was
whole
a good
year.
point. That's
a whole year.
Thank you for sharing that.
And thank you for emphasizing that, because I think that's really important, right? You know, as a researcher, you know, as a facilitator, as someone who wants to educate people on public policy, I got to make sure I'm on point. I just can't share whatever the AI is spitting out.
Yeah.
It looks impressive, but it's impressively wrong sometimes, right? And so when I pulled it into Perplexity, oh, come on, Zoom toolbar, get out of the way. Okay, so I asked it to verify the accuracy of this information. And so when I went into Perplexity, Perplexity said, okay, verified mostly accurate claims. So the things that it can verify out of that, and it gave me an accurate rating of 50 to 60%. With a show of hands, who's going to share information that's 50 or 60% correct? But AI created this information, right? And so collaboratively, we're asking it to look at this information. Okay, so it gave me some information here. It said all of this stuff is incorrect. It said Liberia launched a national AI challenge in August 2025. It said there's no verifiable source. Real quick, anybody in the room, is there a national AI challenge that happened in the month of August in Liberia?
No.
No. Okay, so that was a lie. So imagine if I was trying to impress you all and just say it again, Olu.
No, I said no.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So imagine if I was trying to impress you with a presentation and I just ran with this. You guys would be laughing. You'd probably be chuckling a little bit, like, what is she talking about? That's not true. Right. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this information that was verified somewhat, you know. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to take it back into, let's see. Now, on my screen here, what do you see? Do you see the InnoPower?
Yes, InnoPower.
Oh, thank you so much. So the next technique that I'm going to use is I'm going to use some experiential learning, right? So I'm going to put this in here and say, oh, and then sometimes I press enter way too quickly. Okay.
Me too.
Goodness gracious. Okay. Maybe I want to unpack this a bit more. So, and I'm just, because usually what I do, I start very vague. I don't get really specific until I learn enough to then I can get a little bit more specific to what I'm looking for. So I want to unpack this a bit more. So then I'm going to see what it's going to create for me. Now, this is me using it as a tool. So when I ask that question, I want to unpack this a little bit more. I just want to see how it's going to unfold the information that was verified, you know, to some degree to be accurate. So I'm looking through this and I'm looking, and maybe my end goal is that I want to influence, maybe I'm a student and I want to influence teachers to start allowing students to start using AI. But before I can do that, I want to do some research to figure out what's been going on in the state of Liberia in terms of AI. What have people been doing? What are the public policy around it? What are the educational criteria or parameters that are around it? So it talks about iLab Liberia. Is that something that's in Liberia, the iLab?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay, so then maybe I might look at that and say, okay, well, I want to learn a little bit more about the iLab. So it was established in 2011. iLab Liberia is a pivotal institution in Liberia's digital transformation. It functions as a technology incubator, training center, innovation hub focused on fostering digital skills and civic technology. Oh, wow. Okay, so I'm learning, right? So if there's something else I didn't learn in this, I would ask more questions, right? Because right now, we haven't really created a product yet. Right now, this is just the whole research because I'm using AI to help me understand a topic, right? So now that we're at this point, I'm looking at this and saying, oh, wow, it says that the iLab official website provides information on their programs, partnerships. Let's see, early exposure to AI data saints at iLab builds foundational knowledge that can be scaled at national AI. Okay, so let me ask you this: how comfortable or how from your own opinions, how is the country looking at AI for students K through 12? I don't know if you all use the same sort of education system, but if we were to look at kindergarten right before you get into college, what is the sentiment on AI? Emmanuel, were you going to say something?
Yeah, hello?
Yes, Aaron?
Yeah, okay. So, to be more specific, is that government intention is good when it comes to digital learning, and specifically AI. AI is a new thing around here, most especially when it comes to elementary schooling. You will only find AI in tertiary institutions. But for now, people are trying to make the young people down elementary understand first how to use computer, how to improve using digital learning in school, in high schools and elementary school. But for AI is not it's not a popular stuff around high schools and elementary. You only find
Okay.
AI in tertiary institutions. And even at tertiary institutions, those initiatives have been driven by individuals themselves who have interest in AI.
Okay. Okay. So that was helpful to know. Thank you so much. So Aaron, just to make sure that I'm tracking what you said. So AI is not really within the school systems, for elementary to high school yet, but they're focusing more on digital learning, being able to use computers and understand how that works before they get into the AI. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Okay. So that's great information. Okay. So let's say, because the next point that I want to teach you all is the problem based, right? So problem based. Okay, let me ask you another question then, Aaron. So what do you think? Do you think that, there should be more AI training or AI training coupled with the digital learning? Or do you think it should be waited, it should wait till college?
It will be best for us to start now, knowing that AI is here to stay.
That's right. Start now because AI is here to stay. Okay. So when you think about it, so creating that problem-based approach with AI to help you kind of learn a little bit more, you might say, back to this screen, you might say, I know, let's see, I know that and I know it doesn't matter if the spelling is off, but I'm just weird like that. I just have to spell it correctly. But I know Chris says it can move past your spellings. But I know that digital learning, something being taught to kids at school. But I want to engage leaders to focus on adding AI literacy to their learning. I might get pushback from key stakeholders. And sometimes, like I said, I just kind of throw it out there to see what it's going to say. I might get pushback from key stakeholders. What can you tell me about the pros and cons for this initiative? Okay. Well, I know I didn't spell that right, but hopefully. Okay, right. So a problem based. We know that there's a problem. And so now we want the AI to really be focused on the fact that there's a problem, there's an issue. So when I'm prompting it, I just don't want it to give me generic information. I want it to know that I have an issue with something and I want it to give me information according to that, the pros and cons. So I understand how to go about it. So it said, okay, so let's scroll all the way up. Okay, so it says engaging leaders to integrate AI literacy into education is a forward-thinking and important initiative. It's natural to anticipate some pushback. So understanding the pros and cons can help you understand, provide a better case if you're going to try to persuade, right? Because I always think that, it's good when you're passionate about something, right? And you want to move forward with it. But then you also want to make sure that you understand the opposition side, because you really won't be able to give a compelling case unless you understand all angles of it, right? And so we're sharing the problem. Okay, so it said the pros of adding literacy to learning curricula. It said future-proofing education and workforce, empowering local innovation, promoting digital inclusion and equity, and then it goes on. And if you all want some of this information, I can copy paste and send it to you all as well. The cons and potentials of the pushback is that there's resource and capacity constraints. So you're always going to hear people say, well, if we spend money on this, that means we can't spend money on that, right? So you know that they're going to talk about that. Cost for teachers, curriculum overload and prioritization. Some stakeholders may argue that existing curricula are already crowded and should focus more on literacy and numeracy before we start adding tech topics. Interesting. So then if you're dealing with somebody who believes, who feels strongly against tech, you'd be able, what time are we at? Okay, 11:20. You'd be able to form your conversation or form what you want to say or form your stance according to using AI to help you learn, right? So we've learned so far with this project, I talked about how to use AI as a collaborative partner, and what we did is that we looked at the accuracy of the information, the rating. The second thing that we looked at was the experiential, where we are using it to now I didn't take as long as I normally would, but I tend to go back and forth asking questions. Well, what's this? What's that? I tend to ignore that bottom suggestion part for the first part because I'm like, I don't want anything. I'm researching right now. And I know that there's a way that you can do that, but we're not going to talk about that now. And then we also talked about problem-based, where you position the prompt, where you talk about the problems, you talk about the issue, so that the AI can pull that information for you and still give you more time to research. Jashina, were you going to say something since you came off mute?
No, I was just recapping with you that collaborative, the experiential learning, because I'm taking notes too. Yes.
Now, are there any questions from anyone in the room before we move forward to the next one? Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to prepare you all to use the prompt creator, which is also in InnoPower AI. Learned a little bit more about it yesterday, and as I started using it, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is probably even better, because I created something. But the prompt creator creates a critique, and it gives you. It's just super cool. So that's going to also be the next thing I'm going to show you. So do we have any questions about what I did so far?
The creator of the prompt creator is a brilliant person. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, he's a master facilitator too. He's really good at this.
Thank you, Chris. But honestly, I appreciate that you said something yesterday. You're like the prompt creator. And I was like, let me go check it out. And honestly, I think that with the questions that we've had over the past few sessions, especially the last session, people were asking questions about the creativity, the bias in that. How do you remove bias in what you're talking about? honestly, using that prompt creator, the prompt creator can help you create a prompt that you can go put into any LLM of your choice and get what you're looking for. And honestly, even what we talked about, what Jashina talked about earlier, you'd be able to take that prompt and go run through all the different LLMs and see which one hits it where you want to hit it, where you want it to be hit, and then you tweak that to your liking even more so. So if we don't have any questions, I am going to move on to, we're going to use the prompt creator now. Okay, so, and then I'm going to show you how to use it. And then what I'm going to do, let me just show you how to use it. And then I'll talk about what I'm going to have you do for the next breakout. Okay. And then what can you see, Jashina? Can you still see the InnoPower? Okay, good. Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
And there's no questions or no questions, no hands up. We're good. Did I lose anybody? Okay. All right. So then that's good. Okay. So I'm going to use what Aaron said here for the prompt. So what would you like to create a prompt about? I want to create a prompt about, and you don't have to do all that. You could just say about whatever, but I just, it's these habits I have. I want to create a prompt about how we should start I want, well, I'm just going to leave it at that because so I can show you what this thing can do. Okay, so I want to create a prompt about how we should start incorporating AI in elementary. And what I love about this this prompt creator is that it asks you questions. It's interactive. You get to tweak what your prompt looks like. And we know that with especially with AI automation, prompt skills are very important because, Chris, you tell me if I'm wrong, but it appears like if you're going to try to create an AI automation, you're going to need a nice, succinct prompt to put in as part of your workflows so that it works right. Chris, what did I make sense with that?
Yes.
Okay. Anything else you wanted to add to that? Just playing. Okay. So look at what this prompt creator did within the InnoPower AI Studio. So I simply said, I want to create a prompt about how we should start incorporating AI in elementary. It gave me the prompt. It said, ChatGPT, please act as an educational consultant and provide detailed plan on how we can start incorporating AI technologies in elementary education. Include strategies for engaging students, teacher training, curriculum integration, and potential challenges we might face. Furthermore, share examples of successful AI implementations in other educational settings. Ensure that the plan is age appropriate and emphasizes enhancing learning outcomes while fostering creativity and critical thinking in young learners. Wait a minute, what did I just put in? Did I just put, I want to create a prompt on how we should start incorporating AI in elementary? Like it went through and it gave us a lot of the context. It gave us the cultural context, right? It gave us the, and we can add a little bit more to that, but it gave us the context. It gave us knowledge. It knows that for educational leaders are going to need that data. They're going to need statistics. They're going to want information before they go ahead and make a choice, right? So, but let's go down. It also provides a critique, which I think is awesome. So it causes you to think, right? So people say that AI is going to take away learning skills. Only if you let it, right? Only if you let it, right? Because this critique, I'm looking at this critique and it's saying, while the prompt is generally clear, it could benefit from more specificity regarding the context of or your target audience, such as the age range of the elementary students or particular AI tools of interest. Additionally, the prompt could highlight desired outcomes or goals for the integration of AI, ensuring that the focus remains on educational benefits rather than just technological use. And so here are the questions it's asking for you to put in. What time is here? 11:27. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and have you guys go into breakout rooms to do this. But but it asks you questions as well. Are there specific age groups? Do you have particular AI technologies, right? So when we're talking about prompt engineering, it's about it's about pre-planning, right? Having an idea of what it is that you want to create. And this prompt creator helps you kind of think about it a little bit more, maybe if there's things you haven't looked at. Something you want to say, Aaron?
I wanted to ask a question before we move into our zero room.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what you just prompted concerning the introduction of AI at the elementary level. So if I want to be more specific, can I domesticate it and say context?
Say that last part again. You said if you want to be specific.
Yeah, if I want to be specific, can I make reference, or can I come and say within or within Liberia?
Yes. Yes, you can. Yes, because that's the thing about like even this tool, this prompt creator, as magnificent as it is, you still are the creator. You're the artist, right? So then yes, you can definitely tweak it to what you need it to say. And if you want to add bias, maybe, we learned from Joy in session 4, right, where she talked about the bias, how she was able to look at what she wrote and she said, okay, check this for any bias within these particular groups, age, gender, race, right? And it spit back out, the biases for each group. So even if you wanted to do that, you can do that, right? You're always tweaking. That's what makes you a prompt engineer. If you just put in a prompt and then you just get it, you just prompt the machine. You're just asking the machine to do things. I'm not even going to give you prompt, right? Like you don't even get prompt in your title. But you become a prompt engineer when you are refining, you are tweaking, you are looking at the results, and even building in metrics. And if you're sending out social media posts okay, I'm going to stop talking because it's 11:29. But okay, so let me stop sharing. And then everything is just bouncing around my screen. Okay, so before I send you out to the breakout rooms, somebody said something to me as an old. Oh, okay. okay. I'll look at the comments later. But Chris, you cracked me up. So before we go into the breakout rooms, what we're going to do? Okay, so you have that article, right? You have that article, or that snippet, raw data. You have that raw data. What I want you to do is look at that. If you already have an idea of what prompt you want to create, then you can go straight into the prompt creator and do that. But what I want you to do is look at that raw data. How would you cater it and change it to where it fits what you want to do? If you're a teacher wanting to convince upper, the leaders above you, hierarchical structure, then you want to make sure that you're catering it to that. I'm a teacher and I need to convince the superintendent, right? I'm a student. I need to convince my parents. I'm this and I want to convince this person, right? Like be intentional about who this message would go to. Okay, so use that, use the article, look at what you want to do. But the end product, what you need to create is create a prompt that'll help you create a message to share the message with whatever group or audience that you want to talk to. Did that make sense? Because in my head, I'm just like, girl, you are rambling. But did that make sense? Yes? Okay. All right. Super cool. And I cannot wait to see what you create, because hopefully you'll be creating something where, you might be having to send a letter to a government official and say, I demand AI in this area, Okay. All right. Breakout rooms, Chris, because I don't think I have access to that anymore. No, I don't. Are there any questions? Are we frozen? No. Or maybe my mouse is just frozen.
How many breakout rooms do you want? They're still there. I can just push them back.
Yeah. Okay. I heard somebody say, yeah, I think everybody's just like, yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So they're open.
Okay. All right. Let me know if you have any questions. Oh, Benton said, why did Benton do a hand down? I need to ask Benton that.
Tracy, you are rocking and rolling. Very good, ma'am. Very good.
Oh, thank you. You too. You too. I get so pumped up when I do these things.
Yes,
Sometimes
you're not
you need
rambling at all, Tracy. You're doing a
oh,
great job.
thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Chris is so funny. He said, oh no, that was you, Chris. That was you, Jashini, that said that. I thought it was Chris. I'm laughing at Chris.
Chris started it. I just chimed in. Like, I appreciate the large text. Yes.
Ooh, I do
What did I
too.
say?
I thought it was you that said, I appreciate the large screen. Or
You
no,
did
or
a great
did you?
job.
That was me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was me. I also sent you a personal one.
Oh, okay. Okay. I know. You know what? Here's the thing I tell people. I was a cheerleader in high school. I was the praise and worship leader in church. Boy, I tell you, I get excited. I be hooping and hollering. I'm that kind of person. So, Lord, sometimes this adrenaline comes in, and I just have to remember, calm down.
Yeah.
So,
I
thank you,
think you're
Chris.
doing amazing,
It's all,
though. So
Thank you,
it's what makes you
Shanika.
unique.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
yeah, I think you're doing a great job. Just get a little bit excited.
Slow down, huh? Slow down.
Take
That's
a
what you said?
breath. Take a drink of
breath.
water.
Yeah.
You know, after these things, I have to run around and like do something because I'm just like, okay, I got too much energy. Oh my God. Calm down.
Sometimes I have a stand-up desk where I
Yeah.
go up and down. Sometimes I'll just stand up. That will be.
Yeah.
We got a whole bunch of people that are unassigned.
That are still unassigned.
Yeah, I'll push them out there.
Okay. And then, but Benson, if you're here real quick, you did do a thumbs down. What did you do the thumbs down for?
Uh-oh. Said some people are not in the group.
Yeah, some people are not.
Okay.
Oh, he left.
Did I hear you say LaTanya was going to talk about Manus? It seems like you have
Yes.
Is that something that we can talk about while other people are in breakout rooms?
Absolutely. My mic is fixed now.
Okay.
Actually, Harrison is the one that told me about Manus. And I use it a lot because it'll go into the APA formatting that I need, and it gives me precise, current sources when I'm looking for information. It gives me more scholarly, peer-reviewed documents and articles and things of that nature. So it's very, very helpful when I'm starting my research, and it helps me. So it'll give me the abstracts and all of that information immediately. So all I have to do is go in and choose those that are most relevant to whatever it is I'm writing about or trying to analyze. And then, so I don't have to spend a lot of extra time going through all of these other articles, trying to navigate through it and asking ChatGPT, now prioritize these, which are the most important. Manus pretty much takes care of that for me. So I found it very helpful.
Come on, Manus.
Is it manus.io or Manus?
Let me see. I have a shortcut on my
It's showing Manus IM, but it's on Google. It's showing that it's a caution.
Let me find it. Yeah, Harrison gave it to me.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, hello.
You have a question?
No.
IM.
Yeah,
oh,
that's
okay.
correct. Yes.
Are you in a room, Eunice?
They're not. We have about 8 people who are not in rooms.
If you have a specific prompt in your mind.
Yeah, they need to be distributed into a room.
Yeah, Chris.
I got him. I'm watching.
Okay. Okay, so you said the IM, is it?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Because I figure at give them to like 45.
Jashina, you mentioned that we had 8 unassigned. We have everybody is assigned right now.
Oh.
The challenge is that some folks are, there's some of them grouped together and so they haven't moved, right? Because they're
Oh,
they're
so they're
huddled
in the
around the
group.
desk.
Emmanuel
They're
said he
huddled
can't
around.
see his group.
Who can't?
Emmanuel.
Can you manually move him to his?
Yeah, I can. What groups you need to go to?
I don't know what his group is. I can't see.
Here,
He posted it in chat. And
Yeah,
then
I
I was
see it in
assigned to
chat.
group 4. I left the group though.
Yeah, I was in 5.
So
Yeah, I
I
declined
was
my group.
assigned, but I left.
I declined
Yeah.
mine too. We're back.
Yeah.
Thanks for the warning.
Oh, okay.
Dad joke, sorry. Yeah, you, for the most part, you are, when you go, if you stay through the room, then when you come back, you're, if you stay all the way through the session and you come back, then you're there. So when we push you back again for the next session, it throws you out for some reason. There's Blonde. Hey, Blonde.
Hello.
Hello. Emmanuel's about to come on screen. He must still. You're not able to get into your room? You're not able to get into your room, Emmanuel? Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Emmanuel?
Yes, I'm getting you, man.
Oh, you can hear.
But I'm not in a group.
Yeah, and so Chris said that he just put you in a group.
What group do you want to be in?
Do you remember what group you were in before?
Yes, I think in group 1.
Group 1?
Yeah, I think.
Okay, Chris,
Yeah,
group 1. Or maybe Zoom is just acting up today, because I know that when I was trying to go to room 3 earlier, it was just, it just stalled. And I almost wanted to like log off and log back in. And I feel like that's what Emmanuel ended up doing, trying to log back in. But so.
When are you going to bring him back?
11:45.
Okay. So another 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, now I got something else to do. Now I got to look into mayonnaise.
I know. I'm like, oh my goodness, I've got yeah. I'm like, okay, I have to learn this, I have to learn that. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And this 50-plus-year-old brain is just not as sharp as it used to be.
But it's still sharp.
Well, thank you. It's navigating. It's whew.
It's interesting, this world of AI. It's like you think you know, but it's just levels to knowing. You just on
And
a
even
level.
when you know, there comes out a new model. Like, wait a minute, slow down.
Exactly.
I'm gonna take no days off.
Right.
Hey, Tracy. This is
Yes.
Yeah, I heard you speak about perplexity.
Yes.
And I'm just wondering, just like with ChatGPT, the way you can personalize it and have the security set up, do you also have that for perplexity? Or are you on paid or free? I mean, is it
I
paid or
am on
free?
the paid. I am on the
So
paid plan.
yeah, do you have to like do all of that as well?
I don't use the perplexity I don't give it any personal information. I use it strictly as a tool to help me find information and verify information and provide sources and kind of give me that extra level of accuracy. But I don't use it to, I don't really ever ask it like questions like, create a blog for me or something. I don't do that with perplexity. I mean, I'm pretty sure you probably could, but I use it strictly for verify this, look at these bills. I want to look at healthcare bills. that are impact HR workers, or I'm looking at it like that. Does that answer your question or no?
Yeah, it does. I mean, just like Latonya and others were saying, um, I mean, models change and things are changing very fast. So even ChatGPT, you're still learning and learning and learning new things. I mean, once you close your eyes, you open it, something new is up, right? So I was just thinking, okay, if I were to pick, and Joshina was kind enough to also, we did some things together on Notebook LM. So now there's perplexity, there's manners, there's, all of those things. And I'm just like, well, can I just have 3 tools? I don't have to toggle around some of those things. I don't even use Gemini. I think I've only used it once. Claude, no, so.
Honestly, Shanika got me into the Gemini because when she was talking about how, you could create images. Now, I haven't gotten deeply into the images yet, but just seeing what Shanika created off of Gemini, I was like, okay, like
Yeah,
that's a marketer talking right there. So I'm gonna listen.
I love Gemini for images. Like it takes away the like cartoony ones. And I've never created an image in Gemini that has given me like 10, 11 fingers and weird toes and those type of things. So it's like that, like the images just come out so much more clear for me with using Gemini.
Thanks for sharing, Shanika. Yeah. Um, I don't know. I still think like, maybe when I try it, I'll have something better to say or maybe because of the fact that I've trained my ChatGPT to a point, I feel like it still gives me what I want,
Yeah. And I've trained mine too. But it's you become impartial to the one that you use the most. But to me, it's like they all have their benefits. So I bought between Chat and Gemini. I don't use Grok for. I don't even know if I want to say about it here, but
yeah, we know.
Yeah, so yeah, that's why.
Yeah. Okay. I think Tracy, I think you shared something earlier that showed the pros and
1
cons of
minute.
each of these tools. Is that in InnoPower or that's a personal document?
Which?
Yep, that was on InnoPower.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it.
So you said what? You
No,
said
I
a
said
document I shared?
Yeah, you shared something. I don't know if it was you or Jashina that showed these tools in tables and showed which one. I think that's which one.
Jashina. Yes, you're talking about like the different models and how to kind of look at.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's in there.
Yep, InnoPower, and then it's what LLM should I use? Oh, which yeah.
Yeah, that's where I am, but it's not giving me that table.
Hold
So
on, let me see. Did you slide down? Oh, I apologize. It's not that. LLM model landscape. It does the comparison and it has the chart on it.
Where? What did you say? Sorry, I missed that.
So it's LLM model landscape. It should be like the third one under chatbot models.
I'm not sure I have that here. I don't know. Is it under the old chat?
Under ChatGPT 5. Do you see it right under ChatGPT 5 in the InnoPower? All right, everybody's coming back.
What I say is I see the model. I didn't see that.
Okay, everybody's coming back. I like that. A lot of energy. It looks like we learned a lot of stuff. All right. So everybody back in the room. Oh, I'm listening to my echo, huh? Okay.
Yes, still. Yes, still though.
All right. So it looks like everybody's back in the room. Okay, and
So you always doing when you're in the back?
if I had access to mute, but I don't.
Things happening so fast.
All right.
I think I've been so
Okay,
fast.
we're gonna go ahead. Okay, and then Edward. Edward, unless you're gonna share, you can stay unmuted. But if you're not sharing, please. Okay, thank you. All right. So really excited everybody's back in the room. And so we're gonna we're closing out here pretty soon. Looking for a share. What did you do when you went into your breakout room? What did you end up creating? Which prompt did you end up creating? Abraham, since you're on camera, I'm just gonna call you, but I think you're also Amuel. Is it Emmanuel or Abraham? Yep, that's right. Thank you for tapping him on the shoulder. That's exactly who I'm talking to. You. Mm-hmm. You. Time to share.
That's Emmanuel.
Okay, Manuel. What do you want to share? Did you get to go into the breakout room and try the exercise?
Yes, yes.
Okay. And what did you come up with? And
We
then
worked-
Nima, we're gonna head to you next. Go ahead.
We worked on the use of AI in predicting the analysis of heavy metal in water bodies within mining community. We're focused on ground crew. Then we asked the AI to look at predictive modeling in doing that. So it created a prompt for us. Let me share my screen, then we can. So this is it.
Okay. Yes. Use of AI analysis in heavy metal. Mm-hmm. Predictive modeling. Okay, this is super cool. And this is the type of work you do?
Yes.
Okay. I love that. Thank you so much for incorporating AI in what you do, because that's what makes it stick. Okay, I'm sorry, I get excited, but I love that you did that. Okay. All right. So what did you end up creating with the prompt?
So we didn't have enough time to go and create what we wanted to create, but we got the idea about what to do.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. And this looks like this is a great, I mean, looks like something that you can definitely share, blog, create a LinkedIn post about, or whatever channels that, that are very prevalent in Liberia for sharing information. Okay, super cool. Let's give another person some time to share. Thank you so much for sharing, Emmanuel. I appreciate that. Nima.
Emmanuel with Abraham voice.
If you want to come over, okay. Okay, I can see your screen. Yes.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen. Okay.
Yes. This is group 3 from.
Okay.
Oh, say create a prompt asking the Tubman University president, the status about the university.
Okay. And did you like the prompt that it came up with?
The prompt.
Okay. So as a concerned member of the Tubman Unit, I would like to request an update from you regarding the current status of the university. Could you please provide? Yes, this is awesome. This is some real stuff. That's right. Appreciate insights on how the university is adapting to changes in education and community needs. I love that. So what were you able to create with this prompt? But it looks like you have more prompts below it. Hey, Theodore, please put your mic on mute, please. You're probably in the same room with Nima?
Yes. You see my work? I can continue?
Yes, please. Yes, please continue.
So this is the critique.
And so do you agree with the critique? Do you think that these are elements that should be added? Yes. Okay.
Yes, I agree with that. It can be improved. And this is how I came up with the improvement. I said improve the by focusing on academic programs and student life using conversational approach and the issue on 100 students classes size.
Yes. Okay, so then that's the prompt it gave you. So, okay. Hi, President. I hope this message finds you well. Okay, reaching out to get an update on Tubman University, class sizes, Okay. Okay. So then what did you do next after that? Oh, Abel, you must be a part of this group.
We never have much time, so this is where we stopped because of time factor.
And I know, and I was trying to make sure I gave you enough time, but this is really great, right? Because it doesn't really stop here. You got to at least build the foundational pieces of it, but you definitely can build and build and build on top of that. And then before you know it, you're going to have pretty much a finished official document that you can go and maybe even read however however it would be. But this is really awesome. I love how you were able to take what it is that you're passionate about, because you know exactly what you're looking at, what you want, and you were able to feed it right back into that prompt and have it focus on exactly what you want it to focus on. Super cool. Thank you so much. So it looks like we only have about 7 more minutes left. So, unless there's anything just Sheena wants to say, I'm thinking I'm going to probably head it back to Chris. Is there any questions about this project? Any questions about this project? So I don't keep you all here past the time. No? Okay, no questions. I thought I saw something in the chat, but am I wrong?
It's gone.
It's gone. Oh, okay. Okay,
Yeah.
so.
Okay, you just remove the audio and the audio.
Okay. Theaters. Okay, everybody's ready to share. They're like, okay, we're not playing. Okay, greetings. Ooh. Can be introduced. Okay, so scroll up to the top for yours, Theodore.
We are in group 4.
Okay.
And we decide to act as a Minister of Education. We say, greetings, Honorable Minister of Education, Republic of Liberia. How can we introduce a prompt to an elementary school in Liberia? And our prompt said, you will act as the Honorable Minister of Information, Minister of Education of the Republic of Liberia. Please provide a comprehensive plan on how to introduce education programs to elementary schools in Liberia, including strategies for curriculum development, teaching, training, community engagement, and assessing students' accounts, address the potential challenges and solutions for implementing these initiatives in the local context. Like we said at the time, we didn't get off, so we just put this up and decided to share with the group.
Thank you for sharing. So you said that this is the as far as you got with that?
Yep.
Okay. And so do you have ideas of how you want to build on top of that? Or even using the critique suggestions? Did the critique suggestions give you a different way to think about it?
No, well, I don't have a suggestion looking at the critique questions.
Okay.
Yeah, there are specific programs or terms you want to focus on when introducing this initiative. Yes, let's take for instance the Liberian histories, the culture. How can we implement that into the educational sector, in the educational standard of our students? And that will help to improve their lives and understand the reality about their society, their country history.
Okay, so then you'd be able to answer those questions, right? Or when you say that you want African culture or learning to be integrated into the prompt, then you would specifically say, in that field, add more emphasis on African curriculum. To build on that. Did that make sense? Okay. Mm-hmm.
Actually, add more faces on I'm talking about Liberian culture.
Okay, Liberian culture. Thank you for the correction.
Yeah.
So let's see what it says. Okay.
So can we go to the critique, or I should go to what it informs us first?
The prompt. So what you'll
Now,
do
at
is
the
that,
prompt,
okay.
At the prompt, now you are acting as an honorable Minister of Education of the Republic of Liberia. Please provide a comprehensive plan on how to introduce educational programs to elementary schools in Liberia, including strategies and curriculum development, the integrate Liberian culture, teachers training that highlight local traditions, community engagement to promote cultural heritage, and mentors of assessing students' outcomes, address potential challenges and solutions for implementing this cultural relevant initiative in the local context.
Yes. So how to use this prompt creator, you would look at that prompt. Is that prompt good enough for you? So you would look at that prompt. So to understand how to use this tool, you would look at your prompt and see, is it what you want it to look like? And then you'd look at the critique and see what it says. If you don't agree with the critique, you can just move forward with your prompt. If you agree with the critique, then answer the questions, and then it'll produce another prompt.
I'm seeing this reversion effectively cooperates to emphasize on Liberian's culture, make the prompt more relevant to the local context. However, it will further improve by specific and deep.
So looking at the critique, what you would do is use that critique to evaluate the prompt you created. If you agree and you say, I do want to add more information about respected local myths, I do want more languages, I want more customs, then you'll go ahead and continue using the tool. But if you don't need anything extra besides that, and you're good enough with what the prompt, the prompt that has been generated for you.
Saying I should ask a question. I didn't get you. Please give me space. Yes. I didn't get your question.
Oh,
Tracy.
no, what? Oh, okay. So what I was saying is that if you scroll just a little bit more up, that prompt that was created, if you like that prompt, and it makes sense for what you want to do, you would stop right here and you're done.
Okay,
But if you don't like it, or if you read the critique and you feel like, yes, I agree with the critique that it's giving you right now, it's gave you a critique and it gave you questions.
I agree. I agree.
Oh, you agree? Okay.
Yeah.
So then you'll keep answering those questions over and over until you get the prompt to what you want it to look like. So that's how you would use the tool.
So I'm going to take number one. So I'm going to tap one.
Okay.
Step one is you would put in your prompt, right?
Sorry?
I'm not sure if I'm understanding the question because there is a lot of background
The speaker
message.
is giving, yeah.
If you're not contented, if you want
Oh, okay. Because it is 12 o'clock. Or maybe 5 o'clock for you.
Number one, and then you answer this. Are there topics that you want to put there that you can add? Number one, five. Then number two, answer number two. Number three, answer number three. Enter. It will be your number.
So do you have any questions? Any other questions?
It will make you.
I'm okay.
You're okay? Okay.
Yeah,
all right. Okay. Okay, so I do apologize. We're over a minute, but I think that's a good thing. That just shows that you all are getting really excited and engaged with the activity, and hopefully you see how you can adapt your prompts to the audience that you want to speak to. But learning how you can research, how you can use the AI as a collaborator, how AI how the InnoPower AI Studio can truly be a great tool to help you understand which tools which LLMs would you want to purchase if you want to purchase. There's a lot of great tools in here, and definitely take some time to look through. But the prompt creator it's an awesome tool to use for adapting your prompts to your audiences. All right, so Jashina, Chris, how do you want to wrap up?
Turn the floor back over to Chris.
Go first. I'll defer. You go first. I'll wrap it up.
Okay. So we covered a lot of information today. There were a lot of great tools added to your toolkit for adapting prompts. And I just want to say you guys were very engaging today between the emojis, the conversations, the breakout rooms, and that helps us to help you better. So thank you so much for your time.
Yep. And so with that, that wraps up session number 6. We have one more session to go, and that will be Saturday. And during Saturday, we will ask you to give us about 5 minutes on what your final project is for those of you that want to present. You will also need to be sure that you get all the homework in. I'm going to send out an email today that will have all the homework that you submitted and what you still need to do for each of you individually. And as well, if you missed a class or missed a session, you'll need to go watch the video for that session. And then once we get confirmation on all that, we can award you your certificate. So hopefully you'll get that done between now and Saturday, Saturday afternoon for everything. And yeah, that's really about it at this point. Does anybody have any questions? Titus.
Can you reset the assignment for the ethics, the bias?
I'm getting a lot of feedback, so hold on just a second. Okay, President Alou, did you have a question?
Yes, sir. I'm asking that you kind of resend the assignment pertaining to bias and ethics. I can't find that assignment.
Yes, sir. I'll resend that.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. I will just include it with the emails I send with you individually. The last one I sent had those attached, but I'll send all the forms or all the worksheets so that you've got those. And if you don't need to fill them out, just ignore them.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Chris, there is a question in the chat from Theodore.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you had a chance to see it, but okay. Please send the forms in editable format was from Francis. And then Theodore said, I would appreciate that give each other the change to get clarity because we're not at the same speed of understanding.
Theodore, did you feel that I didn't answer your question? I apologize for that.
I think it's the chance to get clarity.
Yeah, the chance. Yeah, because I know that he was trying to explain, but there was a lot of feedback. So definitely let me know if you have a question. I can definitely make sure that I provide the clarification you're looking for. Thank you for giving us some feedback.
Titus, do you have a question or a comment?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay, what?
No.
Theodore gave additional feedback in the comments or in the chat. He says, he's not speaking to us, but more to the others in the group.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, with that, we'll go ahead and wrap the session up today. Titus, if you have a question, you can email us or you can reach out.
He just unmuted.
Okay.
I was sending last so when she so I was going to go about Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I said the last Wednesday there was container for group work, but then now maybe each other how we going to go about doing it.
He's so faint, Tracy. I can't hear him. Can you?
I couldn't hear him either.
Oh, you said that you were trying to do something as a group?
Yeah, the last question I was asking for us, but then so what you visually now, so I would want to go about doing it.
I don't hear it, Titus. But it sounds like you're saying you have a
He's
question about the
asking,
last group. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
he's asking about the AI and copyright and ethics group work. We were expected to do it in our breakout section, but we didn't do it. So he's asking, what is the next step? Are we going to do it individually or we'll go back to the group?
Yeah, just do it individually. Now, that particular one I was asking for you to do it individually. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So there's, okay.
Thank you for that, Matthew.
You're welcome.
Okay. Any other questions? All right. Well, we'll call this a wrap, and we will see everybody on Saturday. And be sure to watch your email for that email from me about where you're at with the class, and let's try to get it all wrapped up. So thanks for coming, everybody.
Thank you. Have a beautiful day.
Thank you all.
Thank you. Wonderful class.
Thank you all.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks everybody. Thanks for the class. Wonderful class and great lesson.
Thank you. We appreciate your participation.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks, Miss Tracy, again.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I think they like you guys more than they do me. I'm hurt.
Thank you,
Don't be.
Chris.
I didn't need that. Sorry. I'm glad it made you laugh, Jashina.
Chris, are we staying on to debrief?
Yeah, I thought we'd wait. Let's wait until 4 and do it then, right? And then some others can come in, and we'll kind of, because we're kind of at the end of the so we'll do a debrief on just how the whole series went.
Okay.
Super cool.
All right. Well, I'm gonna end the call. Thanks,
All
everybody.
right. Bye, y'all.
Nice
Bye,
job,
everybody.
ladies. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.